Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, March 16th. Always thankful to have you along for the videos. This morning, we're coming to the end of this little short video series on why our children reject the gospel. And you can look at this. There's a Children of the Gospel. I've got a little playlist there if you want to look these things up so you can go back over them. But despite all the studies that are being done, and all the interests and all the worries that are going on in our culture and the things we're worried about and invasive things, screens, bad influences, drugs, whatever, human secularist teaching, all that. We've gotten away from the idea of caring for our children and impressing the truths of God from our heart to the children's heart. It's done minute by minute, day by day, but with a goal for eternity, with a goal for when our children are 25 or 35 or 45. How are my words now impacting my children, not only for the minute, but are they impacting them as they grow and mature through life? Are they impacting so they're going to have a positive influence on their children and their children's children? See, if in parenting we don't have a vision for the children of our children, then we don't have a biblical idea because we're dealing with the moment. And God is not interested in dealing with the moment. So that's why the idea of nourishing our children and looking at Ephesians 6:4 with the idea not just bring them up, but nourish them up with the beauty of the gospel. Adorn our children with the beauty of the gospel, not just for the moment, but for the years and generations ahead. When you grow a garden, you don't grow the garden just to have something real pretty right now. You grow it so it will last and bear fruit. And there are all sorts of those kinds of analogies that Jesus uses in the New Testament about bearing fruit. The Psalms talk about bearing fruit, nourishing the land and producing a good crop, good fruit. The fruit of the Spirit is not grown overnight. We're going to end this morning. We've been looking at 1 Corinthians 13. I've been working my way backwards from verse 7 through verse 4, starting with the idea of protecting your children so they know they're protected and cared for, then moving on so that they don't experience the daily anger, they don't experience the frustration, they know that they are loved and appreciated for who they are and the blessing that they are. It's not about being rude, it's not about being arrogant, but it's about being kind and patient. Since we're talking about nourishing, we're talking about fruit, I'm going to end this with the first two words of what love is. And as I've been saying, love is an action, nourishment is an action. So you can say love, nourish in 1 Corinthians 13, applied to family. We're going to end with two fruits of the Spirit, two of the Spirit's fruit. So it's appropriate to do that because verse 4 begins with love is patient, love is kind. If I'm going to nourish my children, I nourish them with kindness, I nourish them with patience. These are both aspects of the Spirit's fruit. Patience means I have this long haul view of producing good, safe, protected plants, young children now, that grow into plants that reproduce in the future. And you see fruit being born in my children, in their children's children, in their children's children. That's the goal. That's what nourishment is all about. I do that by patience. Patience is living in the expectation of God's care. So I'm not all about the moment. Do this right now. Do this right now. And if they do it right now, somehow we're happy. God's not so much interested in immediate obedience as he is in long-lasting heart change. Doing things for the moment may produce a momentary, relief, but if your goal is just to get the kids quiet, That's not nourishing, that's manipulating. So love is patient. And then love is kind. And kindness is having a deep compassion, a concern. Tenderhearted, as Ephesians chapter 4:32 talks about. Be kind and compassionate, tenderhearted, forgiving each other just as in Christ God forgave you. See, that's this spirit that we're talking about here. This fantastic beauty of nourishing our children for God. This is the long haul. So we're ending with the fruit of the Spirit being born out. So we demonstrate to our children that we're patient. We're not living for the moment. We're living in the expectation that God is going to care for my children and for me. I'm going to have this tender heart of compassion and kindness. God has said love is love and kindness. And I'm investing in the lives of my children to bring about fruit in their children's children. So it's for now and it's for the long haul. Nourish your children. Don't push them away from the gospel. Make the gospel attractive to them. Nourish them up in the glorious beauty of Christ. Don't make it about the moment. Again, reference this series. Love your feedback you've been giving me. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great day. Lord willing, we'll see you tonight. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and then turn notifications on so the videos will come to you automatically. Again, Lord bless you. Have a great day. And let's work together about nourishing the next generation so that real fruit is born in our families, in our churches, in our country. Have a great day. Bye-bye.